Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Quill Quickcard, and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Last time, Hisao and Rin had their first physical sexual experience together. Because I have adult content disabled, I don't know the full context of precisely what activities were involved. I still think it's more likely that they did not actually have sex, but at a bare minimum, Hisao certainly provided stimulation to Rin which caused her to reach a climax. That much is a certainty. And now that we have sufficiently covered what happened then, let's see how awkward the morning after is. Through the grogginess of a freshly awakened mind, I can observe my surroundings only one thing at a time. The morning light shining from the skylight is bright and sky-colored. Well, need to moisten my throat. It reflects from the white walls and the colorful posters and paintings. I hope nobody at school realized that I spent the night here. They didn't find out about the last time, so I'm feeling confident about my chances. My neck is stiff and my shoulders are hurting like hell from sleeping in an awkward position like that. Really? I'm like at the 1 minute mark and I gone. A cursed relaxing game. I can't even remember when I fell asleep. Only the full moon and Rin warm against me. I can't remember her waking up either, leaving my side. However, she has. Rin is standing in the middle of the atelier, looking as if she was lost. She's not looking at anything I can see, not doing anything, just standing there. She's managed to dress up a little by herself. A strange thing. I thought that at least would have been impossible without hands. I get up and walk to her, patting her on the shoulder to get her attention. Hey. She flinches at the contact. I've never seen Rin flinch. Rin looks a bit panicky, a bit anxious, a bit defensive. It's as if she were a completely different person last night. Perhaps she was. Yeah, this is an understandable, this is an understandable reaction, I think. My heart drops straight down to my stomach, full of liquid nitrogen. I'm sort of sorry. Why sorry? It wasn't very tactful of me. You know, last night. But isn't that sort of thing something you want? Because you like me. So blunt. I'm completely baffled by Rin's approach to this. Love that little riff on the piano a minute ago. No, even if it was, I think I'd prefer for things to go properly. Rin cocks her head, looking like she has no idea what I'm talking about. She still has this guarded feel about her, but nothing belies any real emotion. So you don't want to do that sort of thing? I didn't say that. So you do. Ooh, this is a no-win scenario here, Hisao. I am detecting a no-win scenario. I didn't say that either. Listen, it doesn't even matter. don't think it was the best thing I could have done in that situation, and I tried to apologize. I wonder for whose benefit I'm trying to... 5 minutes! Damn you, yawns! I wonder for whose benefit I'm trying to come clear with these feelings. I don't even know why I'm feeling so terribly guilty. Maybe. I don't think it was a very good idea either. Probably. It's like you said. We are not like that. We are friends. It was a bad idea. Maybe you should forget about it, and I will too. I'm really good at forgetting things, so it should be all right with me. I can't do that. Why? Because I like you. That's why. I told you that you shouldn't talk about that. I don't agree. Besides, you brought it up yourself before. I hold my hand up and pinch the bridge of my nose in frustration. I have no idea how to get Reen to understand. I hate that Reen can't clearly tell what she feels about anything. I hate that she's sending these confusing signals as if she's expecting me to read her mind. Hisao, if you could read her mind, you would not be getting any clearer answers, I promise you. Do you hate me? She actually thinks about this for some time. Ouch. I don't hate anything. I don't think I'm a hateful person. Then what am I to you? Help me understand. I try to sound as reasonable as I can, but I don't know if it will help. Rationally thinking, this is the only way to get her to understand my point of view. Problem is, rationality never was a thing for Reen. It doesn't restrict her like it restricts me. It's not her driving force. It doesn't make her behave like a normal person. I can't. The same answer. I feel so powerless. I feel frustrated. Why? I don't think you'd understand. I'm not sure if I do. Okay. So, this is the important thing here. If I say, then explain, I will actually end up getting a bad ending, according to this flowchart. I have no idea what a bad ending in this context actually means. But I am curious. But not curious enough that I'm going to spend more episodes on this because, oh, good God, I think I'm already going to end up close to 40 episodes by the time I'm done with this series. I have to move forward. So instead, I will simply say, I need to understand. I need to understand why. I'm not going to give up, you know. Reen's shoulders slump, and she frowns. I know. I do want to be there for you, but I can't do that unless I know how. Just let me do this thing the way I want. That's all. Fine. I don't care. You wanted to change. You wanted to destroy yourself. You want this exhibition more than anything, right? I genuinely don't think she's particularly motivated by the exhibition. Yes. Okay. Or maybe I'm wrong. As Sal observed last time, Reen is honest. If she can honestly answer yes to that, without having to jump through all her mental hoops, maybe it truly just is the most important thing for her. Okay, then do it. She doesn't respond, or even show acknowledgement of understanding. I'm grinding my teeth together, frustrated beyond anything I thought possible. I want to grab Reen's shoulders and shake her until she comes to her senses. I look at her, and in that moment, I know with crystal clear certainty that there is nothing I can do for Reen. None of the words I know would reach her. But still, I think that, for whatever reason, you think it's important that you go this way to the end. Go this way all the way to the end. Even if it's not healthy for you, on many different levels. But I'll have nothing to do with it. I can't accept being treated like this and not understanding the reasons for it. I'm finished here. The full weight of what I said sinks in the silent distance between us. Reen doesn't show any reaction, nor even blinks her eyes. She just stares at or through me, quietly. That's fine. Brutal. Her voice is perfectly calm, emotionless like an announcement that the 7:30 train will be 7 minutes late. With those words, Reen made her choice, and I made mine. If either of us secretly wanted to change our mind, it's too late for that. I take a hard, long look at Reen, hoping that it conveys my feelings. Without knowing whether it does or not, I leave the atelier for the last time, feeling empty and anxious, like so many times before. I gotta respect my man Hisao for putting up boundaries, though. Act 4, Dream. This is now the final act of the game. Let it continue. I make it in time for class, though not in time for breakfast. The classroom is bathing in the gentle light of the sun. This means that it's going to be intolerably hot in the afternoon. For now, though, it's pleasant. I look at Misha and Shizune's animated discussion about whatever. Hanako staring out of the classroom window. Muto stumbling into the classroom 4 minutes late and with no recollection of what he's supposed to be teaching today. I could never imagine dropping out of school just like that, even if it's only for a few weeks. On the other hand, Reen doesn't seem to have a problem with the idea, or going through with it. And again, somehow I got caught along in her insane isolation, even if we ended up hurting each other. Or did we? Maybe only I got hurt. It takes me until late in the afternoon to realize that today is Monday. The art club meets today. Not just that. Due to the exams, this will be the last art club meeting before summer vacation. Without Reen, it feels pretty pointless to go there, but I want to talk with the teacher. The meeting itself isn't noteworthy, just as my skills with watercolors are not worth mentioning. Nomiya tries to encourage and advise me without sounding too condescending, but he's not doing a very good job of it. If nothing else, joining the art club has taught me that I like art. It would be nice if I could actually try and make some art in the art club, though. After the fruits of everyone's labor have been piled into a neat stack on the teacher's desk, he clears his throat to give a little speech. That's it for this trimester, everyone. His voice is pretty loud and way too enthusiastic for it to be genuine. The next meeting is after summer vacations, on the Monday of the first week of next term. I hope to see everyone there again. Have a nice vacation. Everyone wishes him a nice vacation back as they file out the door. I stay behind, waiting until the two of us are alone. It's almost dinner time, so I don't have to wait long. Nomiya's looking through the paintings, some of which are actually pretty nice. Rin might outclass everyone else in the art club, but she isn't the only one with talent. Excuse me, teacher. What is it, Nakai? He raises his eyebrows questioningly, smiling widely. It's about Rin. Oh? Is something wrong with Tezuka? God, let me write you a list. No, but I hesitate for a split second, not certain how to say what I want to say, giving Nomiya enough time to start blabbering by himself. I saw her a few days ago when I was passing by at Say's gallery. She said she'd get one or two more paintings done before the exhibition. How did this sentence destroy my tongue? She said she'd get one or two more paintings done for the exhibition. I was quite pleased. She's a surprisingly hard worker. I always thought she was a bit lazy, doing what she wants instead of the assignments. He seems to notice my anxiety and realizes he is digressing. 17-minute yawn. Shutting up before finishing the thought. But you had something to talk about. What is it? I don't know. She feels detached from everything. As if she can't think of anything but the exhibition. Well, isn't that good? She is focusing on her painting, as she should be. Yeah, but this is different. It's like she's obsessed. I went to see her and... Have you been bothering her? He cuts in before I finish saying what I meant to say, instantly looking quite irritated. No, I don't think so. I'm just concerned because she stopped coming to school completely. She feels strange, too. Stranger than usual, at the very least. Humbug! This is much more important for her than some lousy math class of physics or whatever. This is exactly why this school is so flexible, to give every student a chance to fulfill themselves. Tezuka is a painter, so she should paint, no, and have an exhibition. That's what artists do. She should be allowed to concentrate on that, not these other frivolous classes. She should be encouraged. If you think about it, it's really quite obvious. His counter-arguments are not very convincing, but I'm having a hard time trying to make any kind of rebuttal. My grudging silence is interpreted as assent, and Nomiya turns to shuffle the stack of turned-in assignments on his desk like a deck of cards. I have to say, while we're talking about Tezuka's exhibition, I'm very excited to see how it turns out. She's still so young. It has such wonderful skill and style. He's talking to the air, to relax the mood that got a bit too negative. I take it that you will be attending? Yeah, I guess so. Well, we'll meet there next. I take that as my cue to leave, and I do, although I'm not happy about it. Yeah, I think Kasao is more concerned that Reen is causing serious damage to herself, physically and mentally. My message didn't get through, to say the least. You are a strange girl, Reen. The day after that, all the missed opportunities and things I should have said come crashing down on me. There's nothing left to do afterwards but brood. Second day, I begin to feel anxious. I start doubting my doubt, and it feels stupid, especially since I still can't think about anything else than Reen. Third day, Japanese exam and world history exam. Great. The thing I hate most about her is she can make me feel this awful, even though I should be focusing on entirely different stuff right now. Fourth day, math exam. We have a math exam. It goes how it goes. I don't care. Fifth day, Nomiya asks me again if I will attend the exhibition opening. I can't say no to him, even though I seriously want to. I just don't want to discuss with him anything Reen related, so it's just better to take the path of least resistance. On the sixth day, the day before the exhibition opening, I find Reen standing in the hallway in front of my room when I return to the dorms after dinner. What are you doing here? My tone is angrier than I intended. I'm a little disappointed that I was unable to restrain myself, but it can't be helped. Reen just stands there. Like she just happened to coincidentally be standing around here where she has no business being. The way she reacts so coolly to everything annoys me now. This is not good. It's been 6 days and the sight of her has me boiling. She hasn't even opened her mouth yet. Finished painting. Shouldn't you be at the art gallery? Preparing? They said no. I guess the gallery owner does that part then. Getting the paintings framed, hung on the walls and whatnot. So why are you here? Felt like it. This same old stupid pattern emerges again. Me asking her questions, so she replies with answers that don't answer anything. Because it's the only other way we can converse. Apart from me listening to her blabbering about whatever, which isn't really a conversation. Is this a play? Are there some unseen roles that we have unknowingly set ourselves into, dictating the rules of engagement whether we see each other, inevitably leading us to hurting each other? Her nonchalant answers, accompanied by even more nonchalant shrugs, leaves me none the wiser. I guess I should be happy that the exhibition preparations are complete. When I walk into my room, I hear her footsteps following me in. I didn't invite her in. I won't ask her to leave. She claims my bed without permission, making me wish that I had taken the time to make it before I left in the morning, then stands up again as though she sat on hot coals. I half lean against the single corner of my desktop that isn't cluttered with stuff, to rest my legs at least a little bit. Reen spends a few moments glancing curiously around my room. It makes me realize that she's never seen it before. For a moment, she actually looks like she's concentrating, trying to get everything. This must be the eye for detail that makes her an artist. Since the room is small, she quickly runs out of things to look at, but nothing else transpires, allowing the uncomfortable silence to take over the atmosphere. The mood is chilly, to say the least, and both of us are on guard, waiting for the other to make the first move. Of course, Reen could play this game forever, so it has to be me. So, I give up because she'd never try to open a conversation, and because it seems that she wants to say something, and I want to get it over with. Why else would she be here if she didn't want to talk? I don't know what to say myself. I want to be angry, but I can't bring myself to yell at her or anything. My voice catches her attention, and she tries to search for words as well, but it seems that she is not entirely certain as to why she's here either. And so, Reen simply takes a few steps to close the distance between us and rises on the tips of her toes to even out the height difference. It was a bad idea. Maybe you should forget about it, and I will too. It's a reflex, and almost as an afterthought, the words no, yes, and maybe simultaneously surface inside my mind. My hand is between her lips and mine, a wall that I raise to guard against something. There you go, Hassel. I am proud of you for not just immediately falling back into this. Her breath feels warm against my fingers. The scent of her skin lingers about. The mysterious, indescribable sensation that captures me and draws my eyes deep into hers. Yeah, I mean, unless she's already been to take a shower, I'm going to assume that the scent of her skin lingering is, not particularly pleasant. The look in her eyes is surprised, quizzical as to why the impertinent hand prevented her advances. Her eyes are really big and glistening with moisture, and staring right into my own with a soft gaze that I'm having a hard time to match. Reen's half-open mouth makes her look even more confused, although the sensual way her lips are arching is signaling something completely different. Please. I need you. The words come from her throat as a coarse whisper went only for me, bypassing her tongue and teeth without giving them any chance to interrupt. They sober me in an instant, and I clumsily flinch back to get a little bit of distance between us, painfully scraping against my desk in the process. Maybe it's her choice of words, maybe the way she says it, but something in it puts me off. Something is wrong. Something is terribly wrong again. Need me for what? All the unpleasant feelings emerge again, and I feel my heartbeat suddenly increasing at least tenfold. Reen's eyes go out of focus and back again as her body relaxes from its tense state, and she stands upright again. I don't think I was thinking about anything. Why do you draw patterns in that dust on your night table? I see you have gone to immediately backtracking. There is a word for that kind of thing, but I can't remember. Her remark almost throws me off track. I glance over her shoulder at the small table next to my bed, but I can't see anything from this distance. 30-minute mark. Of course, another yawn. So she needs me for nothing specific? just happened to come by because she thought I'd be glad to see her after she shut me out? No complaints accepted for a week? Completely altruistic motives? Felt like it? Bullshit. I can answer myself. To play mind games with whenever you want. To kiss whenever you want. To ignore whenever you want. To fulfill your whims whenever you want. Damn, Hisao. Is that it? What you need me for? My voice is sounding very angry again. Even to myself. Good. Reen, too, finally catches the mood, and her curious expression changes instantly to something more uncharacteristic. No. Oh, wait, that sounded a bit too much like an actual voice. No. She leaves it at that, her eyes restlessly wandering around, searching the room as if the words she tries to find were written in the tapestries of my walls. Then what? I needed to paint. Paint. Of course. That's what artists do. The words reverberate through my being, beating in my blood over the piercing whistle of my anger. Don't give me that, Reen. I'm not some damn muse of yours, free to play with for the sake of painting. I'm not some medium for whatever you aspire to. I am me. So what if I don't know anything about my future? There's things I want and things I care about. Even I can dream of things other than nightmares. I'm yelling, but I'm way past the point of caring about things like that. Reen looks down at her toes and wiggles them a little melancholically while she takes in my outburst without saying anything to defend herself. Only after I have finished does she try to respond somehow. I can't do anything else. Or I can do all sorts of things, but I can't do... It's the only thing I sort of do properly. Most of the time. I understand completely. Art first. Everything else second. Or thousandth. What about me? Am I nothing? When I was interested in art, did you make me feel like I was a little interesting for a little while? Tell me. I really want to know. Did you ever think about my perspective? Or is it just all you? The words rise like bile in my throat. She looks alarmed and also completely uncomprehending, as if she just doesn't understand what I'm angry about. I can't believe she could be so stupid. I didn't want to. This time it's Reen who interrupts herself in mid-sentence. Don't you understand? I can't. Can't what? You never explain. How am I supposed to understand anything if you never say anything? Why don't you ever talk? Say something. But she doesn't. Venting my anger at her feels satisfying. It feels wrong to take so much satisfaction in it, but I can't stop. Not wanting to face my anger head on, Reen turns around to steadfastly look out of my window, even though there's nothing to look at. The worst of my ire gone, I shut up as I can't be bothered to keep on yelling at the back of her head. So silence finally returns. I try to discern some hints of her reaction through my adrenaline-distorted vision. My feedback was not the best kind, but I hope Reen got the clue that she can't just ignore everything else whenever she feels like it. I'd hate it if she didn't. She never ever listens to anything, so she's so unaffected by the world around her. Not this time, it seems. Her body is shaking, like from holding back tears, but I already know that Reen is not crying. Her indifference made me so furious. Now that it's gone, I'm at a loss. I wonder, did I go too far? Look, Go away. Go away, Hisao. Her voice is tiny and tired as she says this, but I hear the words clear as day. What is there to say anymore? This is my room. The blunt, hollow remark is a fitting conclusion for this unpleasant discussion that became an even more unpleasant and very one-sided yelling match. After a moment of collecting herself, Reen just gives up. I could see it from the way she slumps her shoulders and walks out. Even though she deliberately looks to the other direction, I can see how she's biting the corner of her lip so hard it might start bleeding if she won't stop. As she makes her exit, I realize that she left the door open when she came in, and my yelling must have echoed around the dorm hallways. I sigh. Now that she's gone, I'm left alone with my guilt. As the thumping in my chest slowly subdues, anxiety replaces it. Somehow, I feel that none of this would have ever happened if not for me. No matter how infuriating, unbearable, and outrageous Reen is, she is not the Reen I thought I knew. The Reen that I expected Reen to be. Was it me who caused all this by talking Reen into taking her chances with the exhibition? Am I directly responsible for Reen becoming like she has been for the past few weeks? I can't think of any other explanation for her weird behavior than the exhibition and all the things that came along with it. Maybe it was the only way that could have brought us closer, but all it did was separate us further from each other, and now beyond the reach of either of us. I banged my head hard against the wall. Twice, to make sure it hurts. Well, that was a hell of a thing. When I'd started this episode, we'd basically just made love. Admittedly, it has not gone as well as one might have hoped after that. Hopefully it can be salvaged. And I will see you all on the next one.